Hello and welcome to the last part of this session on academic integrity and plagiarism. In this part, I'm going to talk about some of the tools that are handy for us, uh, which can help us reduce similarity and understand how we can do it properly. This video is towards that purpose or direction. So, the software in the market today to check if there is similarity in our text uh, are many. You will find a lot of free software out there, but I would advise all of you to not get into that trap of submitting your articles on some of the online software which boast that they are providing you with a good similarity report. Uh, we do not know if it ends up being saved in their servers, which can further jeopardize your chances when it is being assessed by some legitimate software. So the list of softwares which I would recommend are Turnitin. Uh, you can also find Authenticate, which most of the journals use through the cross-ref services. So that's that, but it's a very costly software. So if you have organizational subscription, then it's great. The second software which now the UGC is providing access to every college is Original, which was earlier called Urkund. So Urkund and Plagscan came together and it is now called Original. And to, a happy surprise that Turnitin has also acquired Original. So it's now under the ambit of Turnitin, which is a good news because it can offer a lot of manuscripts which can be assessed and accessed by Turnitin. So Turnitin has a huge database in which the articles that are published on the internet, online as well as offline, uh, and it is part of the database of Turnitin. So any similarity to those texts which are found on the Turnitin database can be easily caught as similar or similar, similarity in terms of the words used and the sequence in which the words are similar to existing texts which have been published already. So this is the way most of the software which check similarity work upon. So I'll show you some of the uh, basically 2 or 3 of uh, the software and then interfaces, why you should know that what you have to look for and how you should look for and how to ensure that there is no similarity in your text before you send it out to some journal for your publication purposes. So I'll just quickly share the screen and show you the Turnitin interface. So this is the Turnitin interface. I'll show it to you. And this is the Turnitin interface. It's provided by my university. You can have classes here. You can add classes, and you can check the similarities to scores of the assignments that are submitted by your students. So projects and assignments and other things can be easily used by the classes. The students themselves in the class can also get a chance to submit and see if they are doing it well. So Turnitin provides that access. If I want to check, say, one article at a time, so I can do it really quickly. So I just check one of my articles and I'll click on this. It's the similarity page which comes in, and this is the similarity. This is the similarity assessment for my article. So I'll just take you through. It says you can see these taskbars that provide you with information as to how much similar it is. So it's 23. It says 23%. So yeah, you can see at the end of the document, you'll get the report, the full report as in. But let me just showcase how it can be seen. So So 23% is the total match with different articles. This is for my article. Okay, 23%. You can see 2%, less than 2%, less than 1% from different sources that have been taken. Now the question is, if this percentage is correct, okay, so what we do is we go to the filters and settings, which is very, very important for all of us to understand. So say, for example, if your librarian is doing it, if they don't know about it, you need to provide this information to them. So first thing, I did talk about quotes, if you remember. So if there are quotes, that means double inverted commas, then they need not be checked for plagiarism or similarity, because we vouch for it that it's a quote. So it's taken from the original source. So it needs to be excluded. So I'll click on this, exclude quotes. Similarly, I'll exclude bibliography. What is bibliography? This is references, which needs to be excluded, because that can be quoted by multiple articles. So it can definitely show similarity. So we need to exclude this. Now the third is exclude sources that are less than. Now what should we? So I generally go by words. How many words in one connect? That means, say for example, this part, it also conveys that an individual. These are 5 words: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till an. So I want to assess if these 4 or 5 words are coming together in some other text. UGC gives us 14 words, flexibility to have 14 words together. Anything more than that can be looked upon as similar. All right. In most of the journals, what they do is they take it as 10 number of words coming together from any published source. So that can be said to be, similar or plagiarized. If I'm doing it for myself, I'll put it as, 5, because I want it to be more stringent, as in terms of if those 5 words are coming together, and if it doesn't make sense, I may, later on change it to 10 words or so. So I do it by 5. Okay. So I have excluded quotes, I have excluded bibliography, and I'm also excluding sources that are 5 words and they are together. Okay. You also have an option of don't exclude by size, but I go with this always. And then I'll apply the changes. If you remember, it was 23% similar earlier. Now let's see how much it comes up with after I apply the changes. So it was 23. Now it has come down to 8%. All right. So if it's less than 10%, you're good. You're good to go. Okay. But if you still feel, that there is a need to check some of the similar writings, so maybe you would want to just go down and check, what have you used? And if it looks bothersome, if it looks that it's plagiarized, because, similarity can be by chance as well. So overall, what I can see is it really doesn't look very serious, and the work looks all right. So we are good to go. So this is how you, check for the similarity on Turnitin. Okay, you can also do it on original. So maybe say one project of my students if I take. So it's loading. So now original is also taken over by Turnitin. So you can see it's a good thing. So all the database offerings of, I guess, of Turnitin will also be provided by original. So that's a great news for all. So if it takes, it looks like this. It's matching text is us. You can go and check the matching texts, and you can check it one by one. All right. You can, if you want to show it for the entire document, you can just check it for the entire document. And if it comes out, so you can see, yeah, so these are the places where there is similarity. And this needs to be redone by the student. Okay. This part, if you want to see from where it's included, so it's the original document, the submitted document, and the matching text. You'll find it in some of the documents. So this way, so this is www.scccsenet.org. This is from where the student has copied the information. All right, so this gives us a better understanding. So you can use this original, or you can use Turnitin. You can also use plagiarism provided by Grammarly. So Grammarly can also give you a brief idea about what has been plagiarized and so on and so forth. So 18% plagiarism, it says, for what we had written earlier. So is there on your, if you have purchased Grammarly professional from Grammarly, it's not the free software, then you can get access to plagiarism detection. So we have to make sure then that the similarity is less than 10% mostly in most of the cases. For Turnitin, yes, if it's less than 10%, you are very good to go. That okay, the text doesn't have any similar offerings. It's important, number one, to paraphrase, number two, to cite, give attributions, number three, wherever possible, if you have written something which is verbatim, like definitions which cannot be changed much, then maybe you can provide the quotes. And definitely the references part of it is again very, very, very important. So I would stop here, and thank you very much for listening to this session. You can write down to me for any questions if you have in the discussions forum, and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much.